You wanna see my YouTube intro? Watch this. Hey YouTube. That's it. Chat, that's it. That's all I do. I'm a simple man. Say hey to YouTube. Let's fuck all the small talk. Let's get straight to the business, nigga. Mom horrified after 12-year-old son's confession. Alright. This nigga 12? Ew. Eat up my cock, fuck nigga. Didn't Katie ever get to eat?
Will it show that you were at home in your bed, or will it show that you were somewhere else? That's the question that was asked.
Is this mama white?
You don't know?
Oh no. Never mind. What?
If you know who did it and you're not saying nothing, that's guilty by association.
That's a good mom right there. You're gonna get food right now? Like you're leaving to get food? In Detroit, I don't know how many places is open.
Teenagers were discovered over a period of several days in the same neighborhood in Marion County, Florida. The police didn't know what to think. This would set the tone for the rest of the case, as the emerging suspects all seemed intent on blaming each other. The identity of the alleged perpetrator, along with the motive for the heartless murders, turned out to be more alarming than anyone wanted to believe.
Just some chicken?
The police first learned that something was terribly wrong.
What you mean by chicken? And a can of Coke? Why you just say a pop, huh? Chicken and chips? Did you just call fries chips? Hold on. Did my nigga just call chicken and fries, chicken and chips, and a can of Coke? No, don't say y'all dumb. Don't say y'all dumb again. What you mean by that, cousin? Motherfucker, you Australian, you from the UK. Nigga ain't never said that to D. No, for real though. That's why nigga told some y'all slow, but no, that just wasn't no language from this fucking country. I'm starting a new way of speaking. I'm pausing the video right there.
March 30th, 2023,
Chicken and
when
chips.
they received this 911 call.
Why that shit kinda hit though, low key? Chicken and chips is low key gas though, like shit kinda sound good. Like chicken and fries kinda sound like greasy, but chicken and chips just sound like, you know, like
She's dying, I don't know. She's bleeding out of her head. She's gargling on her blood.
You can turn her on her side so she doesn't choke, okay?
It doesn't matter what side, or like on what side.
No, just turn her on her side so she doesn't choke on the blood, okay?
wait.
Is she awake?
No.
Is she breathing?
She's breathing. Do you know how
Chat, a
far
nigga like me would have still been breathing. He ain't responsive.
Deputies from the Marion County Sheriff's Department arrived moments before the ambulance. While paramedics rushed to try to save the victim, the deputies tried to get a grasp on the chaotic scene. Within 5 minutes of the ambulance arriving, the victim was on her way to the nearest hospital. The Sheriff's Department was left to pick apart the seemingly inexplicable scene.
No, not responsive. No, there's no ID, no nothing. Younger girl.
She was right there and that's been moved.
She was right there, right?
Yeah. And there's blood everywhere. I was not expecting that.
No.
Well, I thought it was gonna be BS, honestly.
Yeah, I immediately thought she had got like hit by a car. And I seen the big, but I've never seen an exit wound in a head.
Yeah.
If I ever get hit by a car,
I mean, there's
don't check on me. Check on the car.
pulled out. I mean, it was, and she was still breathing, rapid breathing. And I don't know.
Type shit.
Medicine shaking. Yeah, more than likely. I mean, if she did, that's wild.
When police made contact with the 911 caller, they learned that he was just as confused
Hey,
about the
cuz, who is this
situation as the
nigga, man?
deputies. He only became aware that something was amiss when he got a call from his neighbor across the street.
Told you,
She
Aaron?
told me it sounded like someone crashed into my dumpster and then there was like 2 shots.
The neighbor in
I'm
question
watching
made
you,
her way
nigga.
over to talk to the deputies directly. Unfortunately, what she said only
Shit.
served to make the situation even more mysterious.
So,
I'm pretty sure this nigga know. Cause you know, right?
Yeah, it wasn't a loud gunshot. I would say about 20, 30 minutes ago. It wasn't a loud gunshot, but I heard about 4 or 5. And I kind of blew it off casually, and then I just looked out my window because I didn't think it was straight with how late it was. And I saw the car run into the dumpster. And once I seen the car run into the dumpster,
Cause you know who this chatter is, right? I'm assuming yes.
so I stepped out my door, and I seen a man run out of the car towards down the road, towards my yard, and I yelled at him, "What are you doing?" And then I seen him run back towards the car, take a minute, and I was calling him because it was his dumpster, and I seen him skirt off into the neighborhood. And go to
did you see
him.
if anybody was in, was it only one? Was it
I only seen one person running, and it was a male. It had a male figure, had a hat on. I want to say he was like 5 foot, maybe, but it was only one dude running down the road.
This once again tracked with the evidence, as police found several
Five
sets
foot
of footprints at the
demons.
scene.
Did you hear the crash first, or did you hear what sounded
I
like
heard the gunshots first.
The deputies closed down the main entrances and exits to the Forest Lakes Park neighborhood, hoping to catch the alleged shooter as he attempted to flee. Unfortunately, the area was heavily wooded, with plenty of places to hide and lots of back roads. This made for a difficult search for police, and an easy getaway for the alleged
Yeah,
perpetrator.
nigga, I'm not slow.
Meanwhile, the hospital where the victim was being treated
No, I'm
was
knowing
able to
just-
provide some help in that regard. They identified the girl as
I just had to
Layla Silvernail.
give 100% certainty
Grandparents
to
and
somebody
legal
else.
guardians were understandably distraught. Detectives first made contact with her grandfather, Kenneth.
Layla was found, she would apparently with a gunshot wound, and she was taken to the hospital. So that's part of the reason why we came here, was to let you know about her status, but we also wanted to know any information that you had about who she was with yesterday, who she hanged out with. She had a gunshot wound.
She was shot. You're kidding.
No, that's what I told you when I
This is what I've been trying to
What
do.
y'all talking about?
Kenneth hurried to the back of the house to get his wife, Lisa.
Yeah, KD, that is that Detroit education. But we'll make you like that.
Layla's grandmother only seemed to become more distressed when the detectives tried to ask her questions.
Lisa, Lisa, come here. Lisa. Lisa, have a seat right here.
Was she feel okay?
Be at the hospital. I don't know anything. That's not I'm a victim advocate, okay? I'm here for you. Have a seat for us. We need some information so we can find out who did this, okay? We need.
Man, like, this, like they low key be blowing me. Like, a nigga like me, like, if I ever get told, like, oh, your grandchild got shot, be like, man, why shot? Like, what did he get shot by? Oh, he got shot by the 223. Oh, 223. Watch out. I'll be nonchalant about it. I ain't doing all this. This shit is crazy. This shit wild.
Where was she shot at? Does anybody know anything?
She was shot in the head.
I'm sorry. Chill, bro. I was not expecting that bitch to yell like that. I'm sorry, I did not mean for her to like yell at that. I'm not laughing at the situation. It's just it's like that Tom and Jerry fucking scream, bro. Like it's just so animated for no reason. Like
He was shot in the head.
I wasn't expecting it.
That's all we have right now.
God forgive me. Dear God, please forgive me.
The situation was actually more horrifying than Lisa knew. Early on March 31st,
The situation's
morning
fucked
after the
up, don't get me
shooting,
wrong.
the police
I just
stumbled
wasn't
upon the
expecting that
last
screen.
thing they were expecting. Just blocks away from the crime scene where Layla was found, police discovered a second victim, also suffering from a gunshot wound. There was little doubt that the two cases were connected, which made the search for the shooter all the more urgent. Back with Layla's grandparents, the detectives desperately tried to find out who might have been with Layla that night. Since they'd already found two victims, they had to wonder if more of her friends were hurt, or in danger too.
Lisa, look at me. Who was she with yesterday?
She came here with, and I'm gonna tell you that, because I don't like the people she hangs around with anyway.
That's what we need. That's what we need.
Lisa said Layla was almost always with her boyfriend, 17-year-old Michael Hodo. She also directed the
Michael
police
cool,
to
but he
Layla's
is a
best
Hodo.
friend, who might have more information about her activities the day before the shooting. Another name came up too, and it was one police.
Nigga knew when I seen from Detroit who came in chat and said where they from. Maybe it's the drugs fucking on my brain. It's that nigga Reed. Bro. Nigga Reed. Nigga, I'm trying. Nigga knew when I seen from Detroit who came in chat and said where they from. I am from Detroit.
We're already familiar with.
And then that runaway girl, Camille.
It's the same way twice. Bro, cause I don't know what the fuck you talking. Like, where the fuck am I supposed to put the commas mentally? Like, nigga knew when I seen from Detroit who come in, chat and say where they from. Nigga knew when I seen from Detroit who come in, chat and say where they from. Nigga knew when I seen from Detroit who came in chat and say where they from. Shit, I got there too, nigga. Damn. Nigga just, bro. I'm trying to figure it out, bro.
Was with her too yesterday.
Camille Quarles.
At first I tried to just give up on it.
Was run away by her aunt and legal guardian several weeks prior. It was an open secret that she'd been staying with Layla at her grandparents' house, but no one had successfully brought her home yet. When police made contact with Camille's aunt, Amy, she was not shy about expressing her frustration with the investigation.
I did call it in this morning to ask somebody to go through there, and nobody has called me back. I've called 5 or 6 times a day since she's been gone.
Even worse, Amy's son was hearing all kinds of gossip
You
about
also
the
need
cases.
to know, literally.
People were saying Camille had also
You didn't really
been
get a
shot.
chance at life.
The names of the victims and the location of the crime.
Just 16, that's just when it's just starting to get fun for real.
Disturbingly, police had not yet confirmed if Camille was
And
involved.
depressing though.
Also,
So
they
it's
did not yet
depressing, too.
release the names of the victims or the location, which meant whoever was spreading this information had to be involved.
And there was another body.
It's like you turn 16 and then the world just punch you in the brain with depression.
I don't want
Or
to
is it
know
just
it
me?
was my child.
Okay, the second person is not Camille. I can't identify who that person is, but it's not her.
The identity of the second victim only made the case more dire, especially in regards to Camille's safety. Frustratingly, the police were still in the dark about most of the lead up to the crime, up until they got in touch with Layla's best friend, Gabby. She was more forthcoming and told the detectives that she'd spent the day with Layla and her boyfriend, Michael Hodo, and several other teens who would soon become an integral part of the case.
Was there anybody else in the car other than you, Layla, anytime during the day?
Camille was there.
This was the second statement placing Camille at the scene of the crime, but disturbingly, there was still no sign of her. Prior to the shooting, Camille's aunt said she'd caught sight of her at the park once or twice and kept a close eye on her Instagram feed to see what she was up to. Since the night of the 30th, though, it had been radio silence. Back with the detectives, Layla's
Y'all like share your location with like close friends and shit, just in case some shit like this happen? Or like with family?
We're into like, you know, like, I don't know if it's abandoned, but do you know what a trap house is?
Yeah.
Okay, so apparently, like, this kid Rob, I don't know him personally, but they do.
Okay.
They're like friends or whatever, and we went over there and we chilled over there.
Significantly, Gabby said that Layla had been the one driving all day, but the only sign of her vehicle, a white Chevy Cruze, was a tire track left at the crime scene. The police hoped that finding the vehicle would offer some insight into what happened the night Layla was shot.
Do you know his last name or anything else about Rob?
No, I don't really know if Rob is like his real name or not, because I know some people know him as Reaper, Rob, and stuff like that. So
Was anyone else there at the house besides the three of
He's
you?
got nicknames? He's got code names?
3-5, but I don't know his real name.
What's 3-5 look like?
I don't know. He's 12.
He's got villain names. The fuck?
12-year-old?
Detectives knew they needed to track down
At
Rob
12 years old, you got a whole
They
super
started
villain
with Rob, who they
alias.
believed to be 17-year-old Robert Robinson, who was already incarcerated at a juvenile detention facility for a different offense. When detectives asked him about 3-5, he directed them to a boy named
12.
Christopher Atkins. Shockingly, Gabby was
Chat, what was y'all doing at 12? I was fucking riding bikes and shooting basketballs with my friends at foot.
right.
Ain't even start smoking yet.
He was only 12 years old. Since Chris and Rob were both
Now they
minors,
killing
their
niggas.
mothers were asked to join them at the police station before any conversations took place. Chris's mother, Ashley, was the first to arrive.
I don't understand. Where's my son? If he be a question, why I'm not in
Not on the streets, that's for sure. Yeah, Katie, your ass was tucked in the house. Tucked.
What's that thing? Where's my son?
He's in the room right here.
You talking to him?
No, they're all getting their stuff together.
It seems she wasn't convinced they weren't already questioning him, because Ashley did her best to hear what was going on in the other room.
I know it's like a hard time for her right now. Like, y'all think she's steak? What y'all think those American flag shorts smell like?
After almost 2 hours of waiting, she was finally escorted to the next room to join Chris, who was visibly trembling.
Can I put it on? Sure. Yes, ma'am. Absolutely.
Sit on the back.
Okay.
Make sure you're let me get you.
You say you have 4 siblings?
She
You
aight.
guys get along okay in the house?
What does that
The
mean?
detectives set about gradually breaking the ice with Chris.
What the fuck does that mean? Let me find
All the
out.
time appearing hyper-aware that he was only 12 years old. After taking all necessary precautions, like making both Chris and his mother aware of their rights, and establishing on record that Chris knew the difference between right and wrong, they finally got to the issue at hand.
So, Chris, what I'd like to start with talking to you about is, and like I said, I just want you to be honest with us. I'd like you to talk to me about last Thursday night.
First we ate and eat, then we watch TV, and I want to sleep for a little bit, and I heard something outside. I opened the door. Nothing outside. I think I'm.
So I think what you just told me was what you probably had rehearsed in your mind several times to tell a police
These
officer.
they just cut straight to you, nigga. Like, what?
Because sitting here and talking to you, with your mom here crying, and knowing that you have these siblings, you're probably in sort of an embarrassing and shameful position. If you are sorry for what happened, repent for it and start at the very beginning and go to the very end without me having to pull it from you. Because somebody that I have to pull each individual action from that tells me that they don't really want to say what they did wrong, that they don't feel bad for it.
Reaper down there has been super honest.
I'm gonna call this nigga Reaper.
He, took him a minute to get comfortable with me, and he's told me everything down to details that only he would know, and some of the details, he points the finger at you.
17-year-old Rob, also known by the concerning
These men are
moniker
snitching, bro.
was also being questioned. Just like Chris, Rob and his mom Erica were both advised of their Miranda rights before the interrogation commenced.
Just sick through my stomach, fam.
We're investigating several different incidents that occurred over the last couple of weeks. One being a theft of side-by-side. One being the theft of, a burglary. We're investigating a robbery, and we're investigating a murder. Okay?
So they robbed and killed the nigga? Was it like a girl or something? You say a girl was like stabbed in the neck?
Okay, what'd you do on Thursday?
Mom was always say that.
I was home all day. Okay, who were you with? Did anybody come over? Did we hang out with anybody? Did you go anywhere with
I'm
anybody?
back. Welcome back, cousin. It was a little girl?
What'd you guys do then?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Okay, was anybody with at the time? How did he get to your house, things like that?
First of all, my house, it was him, Landon, Layla, and it was another girl with him.
Ooh, two-man.
Sosa was a nickname that Layla's boyfriend, 17-year-old Michael, used. Michael's father had last seen him about 6:30 last night, around the same time Gabby said she parted ways with the group.
I feel like he a victim.
Landon was another local boy who police determined didn't know anything that would aid the investigation. As for the unnamed girl, the police likely wondered if she could be the missing Camille, and why she hadn't been seen or heard from since.
Did you go anywhere after 6:30, Robert?
Oh, I didn't keep
Okay. I just wanted to ask you because we've been working on our investigation.
What y'all think happened, bro? I tell you, you understand how I understand that now? Like, I only seen Sosa one time.
Think about these niggas too. They don't even lie good, bro. Like, if you know you did the crime, like, you got all the answers to the test. Dead ass. Like, nigga, they gotta put the pieces together. All you gotta do is shut the fuck up.
Rob, we know you were out of the house after 6:30. Okay?
You know you did it. You confessing trying to prove your innocence in the interrogation room for the dumbest shit ever.
7 o'clock p.m.
Thanks to CCTV
Especially if you know you did it.
that Rob, along with others in the friend group, had been involved in the theft of a vehicle and an armed robbery that night. As serious as these crimes were, they paled in comparison to what police believed happened later. Back in the room with Chris, his mother tried to make him understand the severity of the situation.
Well, if you ain't, now's the time. Now's the whole story. You knew about the house Thursday when I told you not to. And you've been speaking to that talk right now.
That's crazy. Your mama told you not to leave. You went out anyway and ended up getting implicated in a murder.
So there's, maybe we know what the original plan was. We're asking you now to be honest and to come forth and tell us what happened and why it happened. When you say he, I never want to guess. Who's he?
Reaper, aka Rob, took a lot of convincing before he opened up.
Right now, you're protecting KTM and your
Not
money.
death, a whole murder. Like, literally.
Behind KTM will be revealed
A
in
whole
due
murder
time.
case. Like,
For
what?
now, the fact that the police knew about the
Yeah,
mysterious
just
bridge
listen to
was
your
enough
mama.
to get Rob talking, albeit reluctantly.
Was that the house?
When you saw, when you were with, who was with y'all?
It was me. 3-5.
He sure to name 3-5 though.
Layla was there. And that was it.
The police knew by now that there were more people at the house than just Chris, Rob, Michael, and Layla.
Did you go anywhere with them that night?
No, I ain't go nowhere with them. I just told you. I went, I swear to God, it was at the house. They said
He ain't swearing to my God.
Went back home. Actually, Mom, I didn't come in until like late. I didn't come in until after 7 anyways.
You don't know what time you came home. Now,
I said about putting that lock at 7:10. I was.
what I'm saying is, you don't know what time you came home because you defy your curfew so much. You don't know what time you came in. It might have been 8 o'clock. It might have been 7:30. It might.
That nigga tried to use her. Mama did not come in at 7. She couldn't wait, nigga. No, the fuck you didn't. Your ass do this shit all the time. You ain't coming in no fucking 7, you fucking loser.
You know
Go
what
to
I'm saying?
jail.
So you don't know. What I'm saying is, if you know something that they're trying to get out of you, I don't give a who your friends are, who you trying to protect. I gotta get to work. And I'm dealing with this jail.
One thing about a black mama, if she missing work, nigga, she is going to fuck you up. Nigga, so I didn't kill somebody. You like, nigga, I gotta go to fucking work. You better wrap this shit up.
Unfortunately,
No,
for
facts
the
though.
police already knew that he was still holding back the dark
It's definitely a
details.
crazy situation though. Like having to get your son to convince up to a murder. You already like don't want to believe that he did that. Then you want to still be on his side, but you also like got to be a good person to be like, no, you got to tell him what you did, son.
What he got up
Shit
to
tough.
that night.
What about a cell phone? Do you own that phone?
Yeah, I own that phone. So do you all want permission to check the location?
That would be great, yeah.
No.
That would be great.
No.
Oh, they didn't check my phone.
They're not looking in your phone for anything
That
else.
nigga voice got light as
Your
hell.
phone GPS will keep you at your house that night?
Are you? Are you? So we gon' know.
I can just tell you, I really don't know nothing about no murder. That is the truth. I don't know nothing about no murder, and I was not there with no murder.
Why is nobody asking for an attorney?
That's not what they asked. What they asked was, when they pull this GPS, will it show that you were at home in your bed, or will it show that you were somewhere else?
Why would you bring your phone on the lick?
That's the question that was asked.
No more pauses, by the way, chat. No more pauses.
You don't know?
I don't know what y'all want me to do. Like, I'm telling you
I
something.
read that you never your mind, and I'm telling them the truth, and you sit there and go with them. Why don't believe in them? They're not your sons, don't believe in them.
Nigga is dead ass lying, he's this mad.
First and foremost, you lied so much, I don't know what to believe when come down. Now, you didn't burn the bridge that's been gone. Let's get that understood. Like, I was like, nobody.
So she been going through this shit with this nigga.
To want to protect people, and let me finish. You so quick to want to protect people.
She been wanting to get this out for a minute.
Want to snitch?
Oh, okay. Now no more pauses. Chat, if I pause again, I'm gay. I like big names dead. Pause that, by the way.
That you didn't do it, but you're gonna be guilty by association because you don't want to tell who did it. That's the problem.
I did not kill nobody. I did not kill nobody.
Somebody you know do it.
Like, what the?
No, I don't know nothing about no murder. I don't know nothing about no murder.
And if you lying, you standing on this island by yourself. Because if you got something to tell these people, because they have a way to tell you're lying.
The best way to tell if Rob was lying was Chris, who was still in the room next door. He was sharing a bit more than Rob, and some key differences in their statements stood out already.
What do you think he's gonna tell us, Robert?
He's not going with me. I swear to God, I didn't do anything. I promise you I didn't do anything. You did?
I don't understand why you keep lying. And then you go back. It's gonna be a snitch. It's a
talking about life sentences here.
Right. And this is like really smooth. Just listen.
That nigga said life. That nigga, hey, hey. Hey, shit started making a lot of sense. That nigga said. That nigga started fucking. That nigga said life.
We're talking about life sentences here.
Right. And this is like really
How you feeling that shit?
your actions and
That's like when you shit in bricks for sure. It's like when you take like a fucking shot of Don Julio dart straight to the fucking straight to an empty stomach, nigga. That's that burning you feeling right now.
slowly killing me. I should just fall. Let me talk. I'm supposed to be at work right now. I just took a promotion. I can't keep missing work. All the that you are doing are the people you hang with are
She valid though.
like I don't know if you know about but they threatening me with contempt of court because I don't come to none of your court meetings and stuff that you got going on. I make sure you get there, but I cannot keep missing work. And you sitting here about lady telling me that you don't want to snitch because your life is they gonna kill you.
What you mean get shit together? It's over. It's over.
It wasn't me. I didn't say nobody. They're trying to get me to like this. I didn't say that you
It's too late turning it around now. You know what's crazy? Like I know niggas like him, bro. Like, shit, I had talks with niggas like him, bro. Like, they don't like. It's no matter what you can say, how good they raised. Like, a dumbass just gonna be a dumbass. Like, them niggas start hanging with other niggas, start thinking they cool, and then they just literally, it's literally KJ, bro. Like, nigga. Sometimes, like, bro, as a mama, you just get tired, bro. Like, and I ain't no mama, but like, you just get tired of saying the same shit over and over and over to a person, and then they get into some shit and be like, oh, no, I learned my lesson, and then do the same shit over and over again. Like, at that point, you just done talking to them. And now it's like, all the shit you was saying, like, you gonna end up, eventually you gonna end up here or dead. And now he's here, facing life.
Some part of this tirade must have made an impression, because at long last, Rob shared his version of events.
It was that life.
Ties killed all three of them.
Wow.
Tell me about it.
Were you there?
The whole story.
Were you there?
Mom, please.
Tell me the whole story.
Rob just mentioned 3 victims, but the detectives had so far only asked him about 2. Not only did this grab their attention, but they likely
Still no
suspected
lawyer,
that
by
the
the way.
Taj that Rob mentioned was 16-year-old Taj Bruton, with whom they were already acquainted due to previous cases. Unfortunately, this didn't mean they knew where to find him. Several weeks earlier, Taj cut off his ankle. This didn't mean they knew where to find him.
What you doing with us, cousin? What you doing with us? What you doing with us, cousin?
Weeks earlier, Taj cut off
Tight
his ankle
shit.
monitor and went on the run.
Tight
The
shit.
detectives would focus on this after they got more of the story from Chris.
Nigga said,
Who picked up the
hell
story
no.
after he said Rob, aka Reaper, knocked on his window.
Okay, Reaper knocks on the window.
He knocked on the window. He said, "Home, and go fix the bird or something." Then we went out.
Her feet only?
And his girl and the boy, they put something on the wood. His girl and the boy. Describe.
From Rob's statement, the police believe this had to be
Right.
Michael and
Okay.
Layla. He made no mention of Camille, however, even when he explained where everyone was sitting in Layla's car. The seating arrangement would be crucial later. Layla was driving, Michael was in the passenger seat, while Chris and Rob were in the back seat. But they weren't alone.
Then somebody came in the car and was like, something, it was like somebody in all black.
Okay. And how does this person look? I know you said he's wearing dark colored clothes, right? I heard you say that. I'm telling you what, if somebody got in the car wearing a ski mask, I'd be like, what is going on?
But that didn't appear to be Chris's
That should be
response.
regular though, I
The
ain't gonna lie.
detectives likely had a horrible inkling as to why.
Yeah, I was
Nowadays.
I thought we were going to see some girls like, yeah. I was like, oh, Lord. And then we kept driving, then.
Throughout his interrogation, Chris would only refer to the man in the ski mask as the X-Man. Luckily, Rob had already revealed the identity of their companion.
We went to pick up Taj. As soon as Taj came out, that was the first thing he told me. He's like, we not gonna, we knocking out. I was like, nah, I ain't even trying to do all that.
It took a little more persuading, but Rob eventually told the police that they could find Taj at his girlfriend's house. They
Damn.
picked him up and brought
That
him
nigga
to the
started
station
singing,
after they
didn't he?
finished talking to Chris and Rob. But instead of clearing up the questions detectives had, Taj made everything more confusing. He said everything was Rob's idea.
I'm sitting right next to him. In my head, like, he whispered in my ear, like, Rob, he's the name. I look at him like, what you mean you finna rob me? He's like, bro, so since they look like they got a pound of weed, they give him some money, bro. And if they don't go for it, I'm gonna kill him. That's exactly how he said. At this point, I'm frantic, but I can't, like, if I tell
This nigga capping.
I'm sitting right next to me.
Now I feel him out off the right, this nigga what?
So I'm sitting here, I'm scared as hell, so I'm like, I ain't got no choice but to just sit here and just, it is what it is.
Rob told detectives that it was the other way around.
It was so random, like he just said he wanted to knock him on. I'm not thinking he's serious though. Like at the time when he first said it, if you would have seen his face, like, right, he was laughing. Like, if I would have really thought he was gonna kill you, like, I wouldn't have got back in that car. I would have stayed right there and called my mom and be like, "Can you come get me?" I didn't think he was serious until when the car started slowing down and I seen him up the gun.
Rob said that Taj did this because he wanted to take Michael's firearm. Over in Chris's interrogation room, his story aligned with Rob's, for now.
What treated him as just start shooting? I'm trying to figure out. It's something in between that you're not saying.
Because I think the person, the white guy, I think he said he had a lot
Damn, that motherfucker cold as hell, ain't
Oh,
that?
so it was set up as a robbery. Okay, now we're getting somewhere. Okay. So they set up the robbery.
Did Reaper mention that to you, that something was gonna be set up or anything?
He didn't know. All I heard was a power thing. I thought somebody was shooting at us, so I hopped out the car. It rang.
I'm looking. Boom! Boom!
That nigga was
Once
warming up
again,
his head.
Taj's
Like,
version was a little different.
55 shots, so boom. A lady got shot by Rob, because that was diving. It was crazy. Just like that, it took 2 shots. It wasn't no more than that. It took 2 shots to kill both of them.
yeah, this is
At
wild.
least part of this was true. Who shot who was yet to be determined. But tragically, they confirmed the second victim as Layla's boyfriend, Michael Hodo. He was in the grass by the side of the road, just
I'm not
blocks
gonna lie.
away from.
However many bullets is found in the autopsy, you would know whose story is kind of like more accurate. Because Rob and 3-5 was saying that they only shot once. And then Todd is a nigga that said fucking. It is already seen it though. I be binge watching. Yeah. No. Todd is a nigga that said it was like 3 to 5 shots in one dude and then like 1 or a couple shots in the old girl. So
Layla. He was deceased when police found him. Michael's father had a heartbreaking reaction when he found out that his son would not be coming home.
My son's dead, isn't he?
I'm sorry to be the one
we should watch some together. Cousin, are you gay?
We have to talk. We have to find this out. Who's to find this? This is to go find out who did this. Find out when I kill
While Michael's family reeled from the devastating news, Chris continued with his upsetting story about Michael's final moments.
And you said he shot the first?
Yeah, the white guy was saying this.
Where?
No, cousin, word. Body slim that nigga.
Right. And the gun was pressed
Nigga
up
said,
against
"You
his
gay."
head. Is that what you're?
I think it was like.
Yeah, nigga, you gay.
And then, what about the white girl that's driving? Tell me about that.
Turned down the shot.
Where did you shoot her at?
I don't know.
Rob agreed, which would soon become increasingly rare.
Where did you shoot Layla?
I think it's headshots.
On the other hand, Taj put the blame back on his two companions.
I know he shot Sosa in the back of the head. I seen that happen. I seen Rob try to shoot her, right? And when he tried to shoot her, he shot her, and then his gun didn't go off, so he reloaded it again and shot her.
All contradictions
Yeah, way too many details, though.
Chris added another disturbing detail.
Did he see it coming?
No, like, to the back of the head.
Okay.
Oh, my bad.
Have
Pause.
any time to defend himself?
No, the tires is up.
Right, why did you call him gay for that, KD? You can't watch shit with the homies no more? We're literally all watching this shit together. Does that make us gay?
Shot him in the head.
If that makes
At
us
this
gay,
point, police were
I
still
don't know.
searching Forest Lakes Park for evidence. Now that they knew the shooting had occurred in Layla's car, it was more
Damn
important
right,
than
I
ever to
support
find
it.
the vehicle. Most of all, though, they were looking for any sign of Camille. They hoped to find her alive, but the police were likely aware that, like Layla, she could be seriously injured and in need of medical attention. If that was the case, every passing moment decreased her chance of survival. For the time being, though, her family was left in an exhausted state of limbo.
Motherfuckers feel
The
gay with a
situation
Y.
was made infinitely worse by rumors that Camille had
The
been
hell?
caught up in the shooting.
Fuck you
Frustratingly, the
got going
police
on?
still had no concrete answers for her family. They had to hope that Chris,
G-A-Y.
Rob, and Taj would ultimately provide an explanation. They got even closer when Chris continued with more of the story. But once again, the details started to get shaky.
Like,
Was the car driving whenever they got shot?
No, it was just like, it stopped, and then kept going, like, when I hopped out the car, it kept going,
Where did the car keep going when it kept going?
like to a dumpster.
Did you get back in the car?
Yeah,
I mean, did you want to get back in the car, or did you not? No, you didn't want to. Okay, what made you get back in that car? Explain to me that.
because he had a gun, I thought he was gonna get to shoot him, because if I was just with him, if I was just with him, he just killed him, and he probably would kill me too, think, oh, snake.
On the contrary, Rob said that he was the one who jumped out of the car.
When he shot Layla, I got out the car, the blood started dripping, I didn't want it to get on me.
Taj claimed the same thing.
I get out of the car, they still shooting because it was like 4 to 6 shots. I don't know exactly how many shots it was, but it was a couple shots, bro. So at this point, we hear this lady's over there like, I'm running, I'm trying to hide in the forest. I don't know what the fuck I'm gonna do.
this nigga's giving like exact details damn near.
This lady, she, hey, what's going on?
And it's like from the perspective of the shooter though, like nigga said his gun jammed, and then he reloaded it real quick. Like,
He sees me, or I guess he run back over there, or I run over him.
I don't know, it seemed like a lot of information.
So I'm like, I'm gonna do what he tells me to do, I just wanna go home, so.
The only thing that this established was that at least one of the boys had gotten out of the car. But this
So
wasn't
like, why
them.
so much aggression? Shit. The need to have like clout and like reverence in your hood, I guess. Just to like be able to say you robbed a nigga, you took his weed, and you got 2 bodies. You'll get so much clout in the hood, it'd be crazy. You'll be a
The
hood
woman who
legend.
saw the car hit the dumpster also told police that she saw a male figure running around shortly after she heard
That's the shit that
gunshots
make these
and
niggas
saw
so
the
aggressive
crash.
now.
The detectives decided not to challenge the boys on this front for now, and pushed for the truth on more important matters instead. They started with Rob.
What happened to Layla? Where did they?
I don't know. Taj threw Layla out the car and hopped in the driver's seat and started driving.
Rob said Taj repeated the process a short time later.
Taj pulled body out the car.
Didn't it say it was 3 victims too?
The cannon, he grabbed the cannon.
Oh, it's that blonde white girl.
And he drove off.
Was that next to Layla where she was pulled out?
No, it was in a different spot.
This made sense to police because the second crime scene, where Michael's body was found, didn't have much blood. There were, however, what appeared to be drag marks leading from the road towards the brush where the body lay.
Did you take? I ain't touch nobody. I ain't touch a body. I ain't touch nothing. I swear to God,
That's
I
cap.
Once they were dead,
Nigga better stop swearing on my God.
take me home.
Yet Taj said
I lock
that
his ass
wasn't
up
how it
myself.
happened.
Rob drive. She pulled Layla out. Layla out of the car. That's why she got
Rob said there was, yeah, that's what I'm saying.
He's driving. We go around the corner.
I'm pretty sure the third person is that blonde girl.
So sad thinking his somewhere home. So he pulled Sosa out of the car. He just dragged him over into the woods.
And were you driving the car?
No, I was not driving the car.
The detectives asked Chris similar questions.
Did you pull her out of the car?
What is Rob doing during all this? What's he saying?
He was like, oh, go.
And what happened next?
Then he drove all the way to,
That nigga's shaking. That nigga's scared.
thing in the river. I think got stuck or something.
The thing with the car. Okay.
Once again, the detectives already had information that would let them know if one of the boys was lying. The search of Forest Lakes Park had finally paid off, leading police to another grisly and tragic discovery. Taj picked up the story again to tell his version of what they did with Layla's car.
We get over here to this lake, it's dark as hell. 3-5 get out of the car. He got out of the car and Rob tells him, hey, start wiping everything down. So he started wiping everything down, he's wiping everything down, the door handle everything, he's wiping everything down. So after he started wiping everything down, I think Rob takes Layla's phone and Sosa's phone, whoever phones he found in that bit, threw him in the lake, throw him in the lake.
The lake in question turned out to be 5.5 miles, or 8.8 kilometers, outside Forest Lakes Park. But police had no question that this was the scene they were looking for. When they dredged the lake, they recovered the 2 phones from the water, which were determined to be Michael and Layla's. But this wasn't the only evidence they found. Taj attempted to explain what was found as he continued his story, starring Rob as the mastermind of the crime.
He tells him if I get in the car, drive the car into the lake, for whatever reason.
When the detectives asked Chris, though, he said he was nowhere near the car at that point.
Were you in the car when it was going in the river, or?
I was not. I was trying to run back to mine.
You were out of the car. What was Rob doing?
I don't know. I left. I was running back to my house.
What did you say he did with the car after that? I didn't ask all of it. I didn't ask that, but what about the guns that were used? I don't know what it was either.
Oh, it's buried in the lake.
I feel like they had a bigger hand in what they saying, but I kind of feel like they didn't do the murders. I'm not locked on that though, Chuck. I'm thinking, what if like Taj killed
That was
2?
exactly how the police discovered
And
the
then that
car.
little 12-year-old killed
What
like
they
the
found
third.
inside was more gruesome than they had ever anticipated.
Oh no, track.
Back with Chris, he continued his tale.
Describe to me the clothes that you were wearing that night when all these bad things happened. What happened to them?
They wanted us to burn her.
Who wanted you to burn her? Did you have blood or something on them?
No,
Are you sure?
I don't think
You don't think Rob did it though?
Take a bender said we processed
Like, at
that
all?
car front to back, top to bottom, bottom to top.
You think he was just like
Three
an
days.
innocent passenger on this ride? You're too trusting. You're too trusting.
Worth of actual forensic work, several forensic people. I don't think you could have sat anywhere in that car and not got blood on you.
I think it was something like, shoot, I'm standing over here scared. I think it's blood all over me, but it's dark, so I don't know. But I think it's blood all over me.
You don't think he innocent though?
Said burning the clothes was all Taj.
I feel like he was for sure in on the robbery and stuff for sure. But association, like he actually tried to hide it. Yeah, that covering up the murders, and I think he was definitely down on the robbery because money and weed going on.
Taj, of course, said it was Rob. Regardless of who had the idea, the police found the remains of clothing in a burn pile in the forest, including pieces of shoes, sweatpants, and sweatshirts. However, this was
I
not
do
the
feel like one of
only
those
clothing
niggas
item
did take like
police
one of the
discovered
bodies though.
intact. Chris's shoes, which he described as Nike slides, were found discarded in the bushes, and a single glove was found near Michael's body. Another was found near the lake. The police asked Taj about this.
So were you wearing gloves at this time? Like,
Yes, I was wearing gloves, because like I said, I was supposed to go meet.
what about Rob?
Rob was wearing gloves too. Yeah, Rob was wearing gloves.
Taj revealed that the original plan was for the group to go car hopping that night, which was why he was wearing gloves and a ski mask. But police had to wonder if there was a far darker reason the boys brought these items. For now, the detectives wrapped up the conversation with Rob.
Do you feel a little better now that you were honest? Did you need to get that off your chest?
Now I feel like I just snitched on everybody and
The detective stepped out, but little did Rob know that his night at the police station was far from over. There was a lot more that he needed to fess up to, but for now, he was left
See what I'm
alone
saying? I
with
think
his
it's still a lot
mother.
of shit they hiding.
I'm talking about when it happened. I'm just letting you know, or you don't understand.
you charged with murder. I was not snitching on everybody. If you was gonna get you, why did you make me snitch?
I said I don't know.
Fuck this little ungrateful ass bitch ass nigga just say. You snitched on your friends. So you knew you was snitching, by the way. He just said he snitched. You snitched on him so you wouldn't get a life sentence. He was a bitch ass nigga.
We're gonna ask you to step out now. Hey, mama. Wait, hey, is my mama still
I
here?
guarantee you that nigga was disrespecting the shit out of his mama too. All these years. And now look at this nigga. Nigga, he hurt more than ever.
Wait, mama. Okay, can you see if they do charge me? Can you see if she can give me a lawyer? I didn't kill anybody. Can you ask her, please?
Rob
Nigga
waited,
waited to
asking
snitch,
the detectives
then
to
asked
enter
the
the
lawyer.
door several times to bring his mother back, but she had left to go back to work. Before she did, she
Ain't
informed
want
the
to work
police
on
that
his
she did
ass.
not want Rob answering any more questions without a lawyer present. Rob was not on board with this plan.
How can I get charged for murder?
Listen,
Can you explain it to me?
hold on. We gotta take them to DNA, okay?
While the
Nigga
police
mouth
took
dry
Rob's
as
DNA,
shit.
fingerprints, and photos, he continued to ask them how it was possible that he would be charged with murder.
Listen, can I tell you the situation, please?
Listen, let that in. Your mom's not here yet. We can't talk to you.
She's close.
I don't know how far she got, but she is on her way.
Rob's interrogation might have been on pause, but the conversation with Chris remained in full swing. The questions he faced were about to get a whole lot harder.
They executed a search warrant on the house, which they did collect some things, and I'd like to talk to you about those things too. But because you, because it was like a surprise on that.
Yeah, like what was in my house that got me with this homicide?
I will, and I'm gonna tell you about that, because like I said, I'm not gonna leave anything out.
It's, I can tell you it's pretty damning. I guess I would use that word.
So,
Serious?
Do you own any firearms, ma'am? Does anyone in your home own a firearm? Okay, because I'm pretty sure they're found, one or two firearms in the house. And I'm sure you guys have watched CSI, right? We can take a firearm.
Damn, I actually feel kind of bad for this little nigga.
That round that you shoot, we can take, we can put it into a computer and actually compare it to other fired casings, like the shell from the bullet. How?
Read, tell me who the gun
Mama, you can hold hands from when you know something that dumb just happened. That was stupid.
when Reaper gave you these, you think that they're gonna be related to this?
I think,
Describe to me why you think that.
because he said, put these up, make sure you won't go fine.
And the gun that you saw X-Man use, was it either one of those two guns?
I think,
Meanwhile, Rob continued to wait. Eventually, the detectives did come back to speak with him, since he was insistent on saying more, even though his mother did not return to the station.
All right, so, you know, I explained to you what your mom said on the phone, right? She didn't want us to ask you any more questions about a lawyer presence. You reapproached me a couple times. You said that you wanted to discuss some stuff further, right? I just want to make sure that we're clear that you don't have to answer a question. You don't have to talk to us at this point. When you stated to me that it's my case, I don't want to talk to you.
Because Rob's mom was no longer present, they read him his Miranda rights again. Right off the bat, he admitted to additional involvement.
It's always more to the story.
Out of the trunk and throw it in the leg. He grabs it, he's trying to pull a leg. He was like, "Bro, it's heavy, I need help." So I grabbed one leg, I tried to help. I was like, "Bro, it's too heavy, I don't want to do this." Put the thing down, left the girl in the trunk. Because I told him I didn't want to help him.
Rob went on to tell a long, rambling tale about selling his gun the day before the crimes took place. The detectives hear him out before dropping a bombshell.
That's an issue because we have that gun now. It was at 3-5's house. You said you sold it.
I did. That's not my gun. That was not mine. That's the same gun.
In addition to this, the police strongly
Nigga caught lying
Rob
again.
had stolen the firearm.
You not telling the truth that you didn't pull a trigger, but you knew this was going to happen. You knew it was going to happen.
I did not know this.
The detectives had a similar exchange with Taj.
We've sent some of the casings off to be examined already. It's not back, I'll tell you that. Otherwise, we wouldn't probably be having this conversation. That those casings aren't going to come back, like he said, to a third gun.
To a third gun?
A third gun?
Multiple casings were found at all three crime scenes, but especially near the car at the lake. Even if the boys weren't budging on the issue,
They all three have guns?
lab tests would reveal the truth in due time. In the meantime, the detectives brought up something two of the boys in particular were probably dreading.
Let's talk about the trunk. Trunk of that car.
He instantly got uncomfortable. You gotta go real quick.
That we haven't
Bet. Hopefully you back before I stream. No cap. But be safe out there, gang.
Trunk. It was a girl in the trunk. And he told me to open the trunk. And he shot her.
Where did he tell you to open the trunk from?
He told me to trunk from the inside, like inside.
Okay. And whenever you pulled that open, tell me about what you saw in there.
I think he genuinely feel bad though. I think he genuinely feel hurt about like the pain he caused his mom.
So you saw was luggage?
Luggage and like a girl.
And what part of her body could you see? Could you see her feet, or hair, her
You
hand?
walking around?
I seen hair. I did not even know it was nothing about another person.
Hey, you know what, KD? You might just be real nigga. Walking around Detroit at 12 a.m.
Just because they ain't open for all the people.
You
Go to
gangster.
open up that seat. What were you thinking?
No, I'm joking. Getting good exercise.
Like, what am I going to do? I don't. Like, I was confused. I was like, yo, like, I was thinking like there's a person back there.
Did this person say something? Describe to me what you heard whenever you opened that seat up. What noises?
All I heard was somebody tell me to watch out. And I heard gunshot. 2 gunshots.
Tragically, the third victim was determined to be none other than Camille. Her body was discovered 2 days after Layla was found on April 1st. Like Chris said, she'd been shot twice. The location of her
a
wounds
real
indicated
one.
that her death had been no accident. It was highly unlikely that Camille had been shot once in the back and once in the head by chance.
If you ever wanted to be an actor
As soon as she was identified, law
or
enforcement
actress,
made contact with her aunt Amy for a
she may be
difficult
killed at
conversation.
So you probably know why we're here. We've been investigating the incident that happened
it's not one of
Friday
your best
involving
roles.
Layla and the other individual that was found deceased.
You know, it took us a little while because we couldn't
light
positively
skin,
identify her, so it took us a little while.
from
But,
Detroit.
you know, we're certain that it's Camille that is now deceased.
Probably to detectives' surprise,
A hell of a
Amy
role.
remained stoic. As it turned out, she already knew Camille was deceased.
The grandpa of Layla actually came to my house when I found your card, telling me that Camille was deceased and how are you doing is what he told me. They were talking about her in the hospital that Camille was deceased already. I had a mother call me at midnight last night that, oh yeah, my phone has not stopped.
While Amy tried to come to terms with the loss of her niece, the detectives at the police station asked Chris more about the specifics of Camille's murder.
What happened after he shot her?
He closed it, and we left.
How many times did he shoot her?
Yeah, Tori, I think once or twice.
What is it? Twice? Okay. Do you know what part of her body he shot her?
No, when I opened it, he go everything, so I looked away.
As if this wasn't horrific enough, Taj put forth an even more disturbing version of events. Predictably, he insisted he was not the shooter. The culprit he named was spine-chilling.
Who folds the seat down? Because he was on the side, so he hops out of the car, right? He can get out of the car, flip the seat down, boom, hit her once. So he's not working.
Where did he shoot her?
Oh, I don't know. I couldn't see it.
Bro, follow the lead though.
And then she's not dead yet, so Rob sees
I can also see it being
to
Robert
make
though.
sure she's dead. So Layla got one headshot, and then Camille got two because
Oh,
she
they
wasn't
both?
dead yet.
For once, Rob agreed with Taj, at least partially. Before his mom left the police station, he told this to the police.
It was 3-5 did that. 3-5 dropped the seat and shot the girl. And he shot her in the head. And Todd's like, shoot him in the back, shoot him in the back. 3-5 dropped the back seat and he shot the girl. She was still alive. Like, finish her. So he shot her again.
3-5, police knew, was Chris's street name. Still, something wasn't quite right. After getting this far, the police were not willing to accept anything
was off
short
of
of
the
the
rush.
full truth.
Now, Reaper, Rob, there's a lot of similarities that are overlapping here, but there's definitely a discrepancy that Rob told us about what happened to the person in the truck.
That he's trying to make him the shooter, right? Yeah, that's what y'all leaving out. I mean, be honest. We being all being honest here. Just be honest. Is he the shooter? That's what they're saying. That's all y'all gotta do. That's all y'all do is just say that. I mean, stop going around it.
I can tell you that he is not. You, Chris, are not being blamed for those people in the front seat.
In the back seat is what the trunk. It's the one that
We have some issues with the truck.
I'm gonna keep you for everybody. Be honest, baby. It's okay.
Because you're gonna feel so much better. You're gonna feel so much better. You're gonna feel so much better once you talk about what hits you.
He said, just say it. Just say it. Yeah, like, you gonna kill everybody I know.
So tell us what you did.
He said, he's gonna kill everybody I know. Yeah. Who made you do it? Who is it? Rob. Rob made you do it? Yeah. He said he gonna kill everybody you know. Well, who was the X-Man? I don't know who that is.
Now, did you?
Just calm down.
Yep.
Yet again, Rob said something
That is true.
different. Before his mom left the station, he had shared this information.
Todd made him kill the person or he was gonna kill 3-5.
Is that what he said? He told
He told 3-5, you don't kill this girl, I'm gonna shoot you in your head.
Let's go on here. He said that he was gonna kill everybody you know, and you did fire a gun. Tell me about what you did.
I think I shot the girl. I don't know where it was. And then he came up and shot her too.
Okay.
Rob.
Okay. So when you shot her, what gun did you use when you shot her?
Actually, gave me the Scott.
If Chris used Taj's firearm, that would explain why they only found 2 weapons during the search warrant. This brought up another question, though, which the detectives had addressed with Rob and his mom.
So that's my concern here, is that you said that Tosh was pretty much orchestrated this and was concerned that 3-5 would snitch on him. So he made him
3-5 do that.
But you saying that he was completely fine with you not taking any part of it.
Yes, with me, he just told me, if you snitch, cut, I'm gonna kill you.
With his mom there, Rob insisted that he was innocent. Now that she was gone, though, the police hoped he might be more forthcoming.
I'd be too, without the mamas there.
I know Tosh, I've dealt with him, I've dealt with you. And there's a reason I wanted to talk to you. Because I don't think you're that dude. I don't think you're a cold-blooded killer. Taj, I don't know anything about 3-5. I've never met him. But I'm telling you that when the evidence says that you were there and that you shot someone, there is no explaining that.
Evidence is gonna tell you that I'm there, but all I can tell you is that I didn't shoot nobody.
Did you shoot Lil? No. Because I got information that somebody that was in their car had a thing for Lil, and he couldn't do it. So somebody else did it. Okay? That's not true. Your brother's talking. Is there any reason why he would be telling me that you shot Lil if you didn't do it?
Police likely used this as a tactic to get Rob to talk and hopefully reveal the truth. Perhaps this was how Amy knew Camille was deceased before the detectives contacted her. In Chris's interrogation room, his mother struggled to come to terms with what he'd done.
No, homicide. This is 3 people. This is that's serious. You gonna kill my family. What am I supposed to do?
That's why.
Who's trying to tell you in front of me?
Chris, take a deep breath. Take a deep breath. Now listen to me. When you say that someone threatens your family and threatens you, I need to put it in the report. Take a deep breath.
Please tell me what am I supposed to do?
Chris's mom didn't have an answer to that. She asked one of the detectives if she could step out for a moment to compose herself.
If that's really true though, I mean,
Are you talking about style?
Reaper, you gonna kill my butts?
Let's talk about X-Men real quick. I think you know who X is, and I think you're scared of him, rightfully so.
They both said you was gonna come.
Okay.
They both said that? Did they ever point a gun at you or anything like that?
Yeah.
Who pointed the gun at you?
X-Men. Don't tell nobody. Don't tell nobody. Kill you, kill you, kill your house.
Rob also told the detectives that he and Chris were in serious danger at the time of the crime.
So we take something about Todd. Todd tell you he finna do something, and you decide not to do it with him, then I probably would have died with it.
So were you afraid of Taj that night? Because
if I did not do what Todd wanted me
I
to
ain't
do,
never scared
I
of
would
no
have
nigga.
died that
Gun,
night.
nah, you got to kill me, nigga. I'd die today, nigga.
Taj, on the other hand, claimed Rob
Real
always
street
planned to
nigga.
let him take the blame.
Saucy.
If anything, one of us goes down and anything, Todd and Joe, it was you did it, everything, you did it, legit. You shot everybody in the car. It was not me. If he got caught up, then I was then he gonna go find my mama. The whole night I did not have a gun.
Rob continued with his story, claiming that he only participated out of fear.
did Taj tell you to put the gun to somebody?
Like Taj told me he told me he gonna kill Sosa. He wanted me to shoot Layla, and then he wanted D5 to shoot the gun in there. I told him I didn't want to do it. Told him if I didn't do it, he was gonna kill me.
You hold the gun to Layla's head?
Yeah, but I tried to shoot it, but it clicked. I tried to shoot, but it clicked. Like, I didn't have it cocked back. I tried to shoot it, and it clicked twice, and this novel just did it itself. That's why. I think I said that my son wasn't sad. It's like, listen. No, I choose to steal in my mind. Like, what I'm supposed to do?
Niggas admitted to attempted murder, by the way.
Before he actually pointed the gun and told you to shoot Layla.
We was already in the car. Like, he put it in his notes, showed me, and then deleted the note.
When was that on the night? How early, how much before?
That was like right before it happened.
Did you shoot that girl in the trunk?
In the trunk?
Yeah.
Yeah, he did. He did.
Still, the police suspected something was being left out.
Was she still moving after you shot her?
Yeah, she was still breathing.
Who said that, X-Man or Rob?
Did you shoot the girl once or did you shoot her twice? I mean, it doesn't matter at this point.
I shot her once. He shot her.
Chris was talking about Rob. Thankfully, the police were finally getting somewhere with him, too.
He shot her once.
How many times did you shoot her?
Once.
You shot her once. Where'd you shoot her?
I don't know.
Yeah, you do. There ain't no question. There ain't no question where she shot her. You talk about one end to the other. Where'd you shoot her?
Just shot it, man. I seen her and I shot her. Why? Because she was still alive. She was gonna snitch on us all. We was all gonna go to jail for life. I didn't want to do none of it. If I
Niggas
didn't
going
kill
to jail
that
for
girl,
life
Stein
anyway.
would kill me. I swear to God. I'm looking at her in her eyes. She's dead.
Finally, the truth came out. Ballistics reports comparing shell cases found at the
Sometimes
scene
these
to the
lying ass
firearms
niggas.
found in Chris's house indicated a match. Whether or not there was a third shooter remained to be seen.
I do who I am. I did not want it to happen. I never wanted that to happen. Like, I never wanted to kill anybody. I never wanted to shoot anybody. I never
It's
wanted
real.
any of that. I just wanted to get a little bit of money.
The detectives made one last effort with Taj.
People already ended up there because of you guys' craziness.
No, it's not my craziness. It's not my craziness.
Or you go into rob them, and it was like, either you had to do what you had to do, or a finger slipped and it scared everybody in the car, and then it's too late at that point.
Yeah, I feel you, but
That makes more sense than the story that they're telling, that you planned to kill these people, that from the beginning of the night.
I didn't shoot no gun.
We talked to Rob and we talked to Chris for hours. For whatever reason, one of them was more afraid of bringing you into the middle of this than they were Rob. So for that story that Rob's this guy that's, you know, threatening everybody, or his people threatening people, or your people, I just don't see that.
But Taj remained stalwart, insisting
Yeah, I don't
that he
need
had
it.
never used a firearm that
But
night.
you never know, nigga.
The detectives hoped that unpacking one final secret could be the key to determining the truth about his involvement. They turned back to Rob to accomplish this. Like Chris and his mom, Rob was also given a jacket to keep warm in the cold police station. But he used it in a less typical way. Even as he tried to get comfortable in the interrogation room, one of the detectives returned to unpack a final secret to try to pull the case together.
The KTM, what exactly, what is it that you guys do? What is it?
Can you take memes?
Like a gang?
No.
Friday Mars?
First time we did something.
So how many people like consider themselves a part of KTM?
Funerals, 3-5.
Rob's list went on, but he only had nicknames for most of the KTM members, not their real names. Notably, Michael, Layla, and Camille were not included. Chris was somehow even less willing to give up the details of KTM.
What's the deal with the KTM thing? Huh? I know Reaper has the tattoo. What does it mean? Cutthroat? Cutthroat mentality, does that sound right? What exactly is that?
Like just like a made-up gang name, or?
One of Michael's close friends eventually came forward, provided the police would keep his identity anonymous, and confirmed that KTM was indeed a gang. His description of their activities was chilling.
Their mentality is a mentality that they'll do anything to you and not get it.
Just to get the money?
Yes, just to get the money, just to get what they want, basically.
With that, the detectives had all the information they needed to move forward with the case. It had taken 8 hours each to get the truth from Rob and Chris. The detectives stepped out, leaving Ashley and Chris alone for a few moments.
Listen, baby, listen. It's not over.
Yes, it is.
It's not over. It's not over. We just gotta pray and hope that the gun that you shot her with wasn't murder.
Ashley also had some devastating news to deliver that was sure to upset him further.
I'm gonna go to jail. So I'm gonna leave it. Top. That's because I gotta work. So I'm gonna go. I'm gonna be trying to get out of something. I'm trying to get out of something. I'm trying to get you home.
Ashley had a warrant out for her arrest, and in order to be with her son while he was interrogated, turned herself in to police. She was charged with possession of cocaine and methamphetamine and taken to county jail. Chris, Rob, and Taj were all taken to juvenile detention, and on May 15, 2023, A grand jury indicted all 3 boys. Preparations began to take the case to trial, where they will be tried as adults. Taj and Rob are both facing 3 counts of murder in the first degree because, tragically, Layla did not survive her injuries. She passed away just days after Camille's body was discovered. Taj also has been charged with robbery with a firearm, tampering with evidence, tampering with an electronic monitoring device, carjacking while armed, aggravated assault with a deadly weapon, and grand theft auto. Rob had a similarly long list of charges in addition to 3 counts of murder, including armed burglary, grand theft of a firearm, petty theft, robbery with a firearm, and tampering with evidence. Chris, meanwhile, was only charged with 1 count of murder for Camille, whom he admitted to shooting while she was in the trunk. The other charges against him were dropped, including grand theft of a firearm and burglary. However, he's now facing an additional charge of battery after getting into a fight while incarcerated.
Wow.
Currently, all 3 boys have entered pleas of not guilty, but the trial is ongoing. What the court finds is how justice will be served for Layla, Michael, and Camille.
These niggas is not Lil Durk. Fuck out of here. Yo, chat. I ain't gonna lie. That was some good vids. Dope reactions, good stream. Man. Nick was gone for a minute, wasn't he? But I'm back now too, chat. I'm back now too. I'm not gonna lie. Those last few vibes I had up, most embarrassing shit I didn't ever seen for real. That drinking shit is over with, bro. It's not healthy. It's not good to throw yourself into something like that just because you're feeling pain or some shit. Well, until next time, chat. Purple Hearts. Purple Hearts.